So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not much at all, 10 being over the moon, excited, full of it, how happy would you say you are? So this is a question I posed today because this is something that I think a lot of people are striving for, and we're not really sure how to get it and how to hold on to it. So I thought I'd take a little time to talk about this today. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a certified life coach and I have my Bachelor's of Science degree in psychology. I also own my own life coaching practice called Endless Possibilities Life Coaching Services. So what is happiness, right? Happiness is kind of that everybody knows it, but we're not really sure how to define it kind of thing. And here's why. It's unique. Happiness is an experience. It is an action. And I think oftentimes we look at happiness as a solid position, something that, once we get it, we're going to sit there, we're going to hold it, and that's what it's going to be. But I don't really think that's the fairest framework to put happiness in, because happiness is a flow, it's a continuum, it's something that moves as life moves with us. So I think it's probably healthier and from a coaching perspective better to put happiness in a place of a mindset. So within that, what I mean is it's a perception. Happiness in many ways is a perception of how we choose to mentally see or think of things. And absolutely, there are life experiences and situations that it would be hard to say, how can I find happiness here? And I'm not speaking to that. I'm just speaking to the day-to-day activities, to the things that we think are going to bring us joy and don't, and to the things that we hope will bring us joy, and don't know until we get there. A lot of times it is attached to the mindset that we have around it. And this is where it gets really tricky, because the more research and studying and even classes that I've taken on the mind, the more I'm learning and science is understanding that the mind isn't necessarily your most reliable tool to analyze things accurately. So the catch in that is we can't always believe what our mind is telling us, but the beauty in it is we can shape the mind to tell us what we want it to. And that's what I mean about happiness being a mindset. If we choose to have a perspective to see the joy in the activities that we take up. So at work, instead of focusing on the negative things, what do you like about your job? What do you enjoy about your job? Instead of focusing on all the challenges of your schedule, dive into the present moment of the schedule. You're going to be there doing it anyway. So if you're invested in the moment, if you're present in that, you can actually increase your happiness. Again, finding those things that you're thankful for, as much as the tag of gratitude, even for me as a coach, sometimes feels like it's overused. Research shows that it actually does increase people's sense and feelings of happiness. So I think, again, gratitude is just a perspective. It's an approach. I'm going to focus on the things that are positive, the things that are making me feel good, those positive triggers in life, instead of focusing on all the things that aren't, or that I think should be there and are not there. And I think that's another important thing to differentiate. I don't think it's healthy for us to put happiness in a basket of things that we hope to have happen. We need to move that to goals. If we hope for it to be there, if we want to change something to make it there, we need to create a goal around that so that we can start taking action steps and work and effort towards doing that. Not sitting there waiting for it to magically appear, because as much as I've tried to find a skill set for that and have wanted that much so for my own life, it just doesn't seem to work that way. And I don't think the physics to energy really supports it happening that way when we get up into the material level of that which we are. So when you think about happiness, maybe look at it, instead of thinking about, does this make me happy? Think about, do I want to be happy? And how can I start looking at things through maybe a different lens to start feeling happy? So I hope that you found this interesting. If you have questions, comments, please leave it below. If you're liking what you're hearing, interested in seeing more, subscribe. I am a practicing coach. Often most of my time is spent in sessions or doing trainings. So I love doing these videos, definitely want to build more, but your participation and support absolutely helps me get there and go a long way. All right, thank you.